Hi. It's already the 7th of October and I haven't finished my video about the second half of September. Gonna try and just film something just so that I can actually do it and move on. September, I would say, I don't think I read loads. I finished a couple of books which I've been reading for a while, which was good. It felt good to get them done. I just need to update and move on. And I also haven't done any more bingo squares for HRCYED yet. I think I could get one done in October, but so far it's been 3 months and I've done one. But it is because I'm just chugging along and not targeting my efforts on one particular challenge. So let me just get to it. So I read The Delegate Dream Department Store for my secret prompt in September, and that was the one where you had to listen to an audiobook and do crafting. I did a cross stitch. I don't know where the cross stitch had gone, but I definitely did it, I promise. And I also did some baking while I listened to that, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I really enjoyed it. And I also used it for the rainbow book, or the loads of different colours prompt on the even bigger rainbow challenge, because it's basically got a rainbow on it. It's got loads of different colours on the cover. It's by a Korean author, Mai Lee. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I think I read the Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which is kind of in that genre as well, and I was like, this is boring. How can you make something so interesting feel so boring? This was really interesting as well. It's about a department store where you can buy dreams, or you can purchase genres of dreams so that you can have a nice dream that you might want. I really enjoyed it, and I did like the audiobook. I found it entertaining. I also finished Bear Season, which I think I briefly mentioned in my last video. That's a lie. I think I really talked about it. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I've read it. That was animals, and I think I decided it was a zoo animal because in the UK, bears are zoo animals. So that's cool. And I gave it 4 stars. I gave Delegate Dream Department Store 4 stars as well. I then read a graphic novel called Moon Cop by Tom Gold, which I found in the library. I just thought the art was cool. It was a pretty interesting concept. It's just about a cop on the moon, and everyone moved to the moon thinking it would be a great new place to live, and then they all realised that Earth was better, and so there's barely anyone left on the moon now, and everyone's relocating back to Earth. It's pretty dystopian, and it was a cool idea. What did I give that? 3.5 stars. At first, I thought I was going to use it for air on the Avatar challenge, and then I realised there's no air on the moon. Not as we know it anyway. And but then on the front cover of the book is Earth. Planet Earth is on the front cover because it's the moon, and Earth is in the sky of the moon. The sky of the moon. My brain is not. My brain. I forgot to take my ADHD medication for days, so my brain is not happening right now. So yeah, I've used it as Earth for the Avatar challenge. Then, shockingly, I read a graphic novel called This Is ADHD by Chanel Mariah. This is brilliant. If you have ADHD or you know someone who has and you're interested in learning more about it, it's a really accessible graphic novel. It's got really good visuals. And like kind of like if you had your own, mine was a library copy, but if you had your own copy you could like write in it. It's like designed to be kind of like a workbook as well. It was published in, I want to say 2023, and so I've used it for that last 10 years because I think I'd already used ADHD for something else where it could have gone, and I wanted to spread things out a little bit. So I'm pleased I read that. I really enjoyed it. I highly rate it if you are interested or want to read about ADHD. Then I read The Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett. I took like 2 months to read this. This was so hard for me. In hindsight, if I was going to read a Discworld novel, it would not have been this one. It would have been one of the later ones where it's just maybe more of an accessible entry point into this series. But I decided to read the first book in the series, and that's what I decided to do, and it was really dense and confusing. There were so many characters, and I didn't know what I was meant to be focusing on, and so it took me like 2 months to read it. Like, the concepts and the world is amazing. I'm probably going to read another Terry Pratchett book or a Discworld novel at some point, certainly in the next year, because I think a lot of them fit really great into HRCYED, and I did enjoy some parts of it, but I found it very hard going. I'm getting there. Slower than I wanted, but I'm getting there. Then I read The Exception to the Rule by Christina Lauren, which I believe was one of those like short books that Amazon or Kindle or something has put out. Anyway, I put it down as the last 10 years for some reason, because it came out in 2024. I'm just gonna double check what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it was an Audible original or some shit, but basically it was a really short audiobook, but I wanted to count it for something, and I put it in for the 2024 year, and then this is ADHD book that went in for 2023. So I am making some progress on this. Then I read I Wish You All the Best by Mason Diva. This had been on my TBR for ages, and I got it from the library, and I really enjoyed it. I would definitely pick out something else by this author. It was kind of like a YA romance, and I put it in queer alphabet because it's got a non-binary protagonist, and like being non-binary is kind of like a big plot point. Like he kind of like comes out to his family. Just trying to think if that's even the right pronouns for this character. The main character comes out to their family and then ends up being thrown out of the house. That's not a spoiler, it literally happens in like the first chapter, and then goes to live with their sibling, and it's kind of about that dynamic and starting a new school and like trying to work out if they want to come out to people or not. But it was really well done, and I really enjoyed reading it, and yeah, I would definitely check out that author again, so I probably will end up doing that. Gave it 4.5 stars, which is pretty decent for a YA, to be honest with you, because I think I'm kind of, sometimes I just feel like I'm a bit over YA as a genre, because I like overdosed on it like 10 years ago, like a lot of other people did when it blew up, and now I'm just a bit like, oh gosh, you've really got to like give me something new if you're going to impress me with YA. I also listened to the audiobook of The Code of the Woosters by P.G. Wodehouse. Or is it P.G. Wodehouse? I never know how to say that. Which was stupid and silly and fun, just like, you know, all of the like Jeeves and Wooster books. I mainly listened to it because it's on the Penguin 100 books list, which is something I'm like vaguely wanting to achieve in my lifetime, but probably not anytime soon. And I had read another Wodehouse book, Wodehouse, PG Wodehouse. I don't know how to say that. How do you say it? Anyway, it was a romp, or whatever, however else you want to describe these kinds of books. Tiger says hello, baby. But I don't know. It's just like, if you don't want to read about posh, annoying people, then don't read those books. I put it in Around the World for Europe. Even though technically we're not in the EU anymore, we are technically in Europe, and it's set in London as far as I can tell. And then I finished Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer, which honestly took me like 2 months to listen to on the audiobook. And that is for Q's Rex, because Q did a really long, in-depth review of it on YouTube, and that is the book I have decided to read for that prompt. And that takes me to the end of September. Braiding Sweetgrass, I would mostly agree with Q. I think there were things that Q didn't like about it that I did like about it, because I kind of do. I am more of a plant person maybe than Q is, but I did agree with some of the things, and I think that we both felt like it's a really important book, and I'm glad I read it, and I did learn a lot from it, but also it was maybe not my favourite book, and that's fine. I'm really pleased I read it. I also read it for a book group, and we went and had the conversation, and it was a really good discussion, so I was pleased about that. I think a lot of people felt the same as me about it, which was that it was maybe just a bit long, or like could have been edited a bit more concisely or clearly or something. I'm glad I've read it. I'm glad it's over. But yeah, I do really recommend it if you like plants and nature and you're interested in things like that. Tiger's being so friendly today. Maybe that's her saying it's time to finish, because I'm so tired as well. I'm really tired. So yeah, I just really wanted to get this video done, and I'll do a better update next time. I'll think about everything much better and be much more organised, and there'll be like better tech and everything. I don't know who the version of me who's going to make that video is, but maybe I will transform into them in the next month. I hope everyone's doing really well. I would love any spooky season recommendations, whether it be books or films or TV shows. I tend to get seasonal affective disorder really bad every year, and so I kind of want to like embrace spooky season, because I normally don't. I'm normally just like, please go away, stop. No, where's summer gone? So any kind of recommendations for things to enjoy in that area would be really great. I would really, really appreciate it. Tiger's walking on me. She's being cute. My other cat's gone out. I don't know where he's gone. Hopefully he's okay. He'll come back when he wants food, I'm sure. Have a lovely October. I will be back when I can with a better video. Sorry about this one.